And we are live from Texas Motor Speedway for more Sim Racer Hub Challenge. Tonight, drivers are currently in their qualifying right now. I'll pull up some race info here. Texas, this configuration, I think they might be running the old configuration, which is a little bit better than the new. The new is pretty much a one-lane track. I think they are running the old. It's the first race of the night, the second, or one of two races they will be going. Let me look where they're going to next. Didn't even think of looking for that. I need to do that here. I just need to hop in the Discord while I'm at it also. They will be going, so after this race, they will be headed to Daytona Oval. Wow, that's a interesting thing. So, okay, they'll be doing a super speedway after this. This race will be 80 laps. The Daytona one will be 60 laps. But they are probably just getting done with their qualifying currently. I know we had somebody new jump on. I believe that was Bob Williams. I haven't saw him in here before. He did join. I think no, Bob Williams and Jeff Mathis.
Oh my God, you're so good.
And I do not even have my my sound muted. Let me mute that here really quick. Did not even think about doing that. Didn't realize that I had did a race earlier. So that was, that was my problem. Sorry about that. I don't think to turn that off when I get in here. I thought I had it off. I ran some A opens earlier. You see the new sponsors will be rotating in the top right. Be the Team Watson Racing setup. Use code WATSSPIN39. That is WATSPIN 39 for 5% off your purchase of their setups. Really good setups. Builders are always making changes to them, trying to get them the best as they can be on their team for a little bit now. Let me just mute. I don't want this to be blaring on anybody's eardrums. It is not, luckily. But they are still waiting for qualifying. It should be done relatively anytime soon here. But this is going to be a track where I think that you're going to have to save tires is one big thing. And actually ran out. Kind of a cool story. I ran out earlier at Las Vegas, which is where the NASCAR is at right now, trying to get as much tire advantage as I can. Evidently that didn't work because I ran out going down the backstretch, decided to cut the car off and coast. That just lost me a lot of time. I will pull up the qualifying results here. So first is Gabriel Ellison, second Doug Newbigin, third Brian Knoll, fourth Joseph Piker, fifth Doug Denice, sixth Michael Groen Jr., seventh Jonathan Duncan, eighth Stu Leslie, ninth Jeffrey Mathis, hopefully I'm saying his name right, don't need butchering it, 10th James Nelson, 11th Zachary Hockemeyer, 12th Clinton Sneed, 13th Matthew Ayla, 14th, I'm not sure if these two guys are it looks like these two guys are race control. So I'm not going to say anything quite yet about them. The way it looks like it's race control currently. See some of the drivers down here. Looks like I gotta click on somebody who's actually down there. You need to be able to change to them. Nice paint schemes there. Looks like you got somebody. Oh, I saw. Never mind. Remember that one. This is one of the newcomers. He joined 3 days ago. So it's good to see some new drivers in here. Over the single screen settings for this after the race. Actually, let me rename this really quickly here. No, need to rename it, not go. The reason I'm having to do this is because I switched from running a single screen to triples. I just had my settings saved, and I think I had one of them named wrong at one point, so I'm always loading in the wrong thing half the time. It's just a mistake by me a lot. I actually make sure to save this project also because save it over that. So yeah, say Ghost Racing Network. I need to get a logo made. It's something that I probably need to do in my spare time now that I think about it. These two guys up here are not unfamiliar with being in the front, though. They are always up front. It seems like every single race. I know Newbigin's repeated 3 times. He's came really close to doing it more than that. He is incredibly good at these trucks, for sure. Looks like Looks like this chassis is looking at some sponsors for next season. I'm thinking about getting Ghost Racing Network to sponsor some things here and there. But now we're not big enough, trying to train some other broadcasters with doing their own thing. Let me check this really quick here. As it wants to render everything outside the track also, and that absolutely takes a toll on my PC, so I've decided to not do that. Even running a 3080 Ti, it does not like that one bit. I've decided against having it render everything else outside of it. Kind of no point in doing it. Coming to the green flag here. And we are underway here at the Sim Racer Hub Challenge at Texas Motor Speedway. Oh, we got somebody in the wall. That's the 13. Jonathan Duncan got into that wall. It's going to really kill that right side of that truck. That is not good for him at all. I think we got somebody through the grass, too. I can hear it. Let me see what happened here. I heard somebody through the grass there for a second. I saw him get loose earlier, too. What happened here? He gets ran over by Stu, looks like, and then he goes through the grass, keeps it going. So already a lot of action lap one of the race here. It was ridiculous. Drivers going at it with each other. Looks like Ron Knoll just ran the fastest lap of the race, 30:09 for his time. I do expect these times to probably fall off pretty fast. I think this looks like the old configuration of Texas, which is a lot better than the new one, I'll tell you that much. A lot better than the... Oh, is it old or new? It looks like it's actually the new one. I was completely wrong with what I just said there. Well, so far it looks like they're pretty spaced out with what they're doing currently. 88 luckily didn't get any damage from the contact that he had with the 29 Electro Jr. I think, too, this track of the draft will play a factor in it. Allow you to stretch your fuel a little bit more. Tires will be chewed up here. This track loves to munch on tires like it's nothing. These guys are starting to really fan out back there. We got some looks that we got. And that wasn't Stu he ran into. Well, that was Zachary Hockenmeyer. I thought the 88 was Stu for some reason. Well, and he has gained a position. This might be a race where he's going to kind of pick and choose who he takes his battles with. The 7, he's now lost his spot. The 70 at Brian Knoll. Gives a little bit of a peek. He's probably going to ride behind that 70. Yeah, looks like he's going to get more of an arrow shove than anything to the 70. Could be saving a little bit of fuel doing this. There's an option for these guys to do at some of these tracks. Guys going pretty calm with each other. to it. One of my classmates having to do a project with him. At 70, Newbiggin. One thing I think Newbiggin could be doing is realizing that, you know, it's early in the race. Let these guys burn their tires. 11 laps in, you get to about lap 25-ish, and you will really start to pull away after that point. He's really good on the apron, though. That's one thing he's got to be careful with. Yeah, that apron really, really will upset any vehicle that you are in. It will get them extremely loose. That it will not like it one bit. Rather loose on these guys. Need to share this with somebody else currently. Let me do this very, very quickly. These guys are running. So if I had to guess, their fuel will probably look like it will be, guess here, 30? No, not 30 laps. It could be, that actually could be one stop. So like round 40 to lap 50, I could expect him to pit possibly. Don't think it will be very long that they'll be having to wait there. Oh, that they, of course, will take tires. If you don't take tires, that's pretty much a death sentence at that point if you do not do that. But Stu's been able to reel these guys in. But right now, it looks like Newbiggin, he's keeping pace with these guys, but he's actually fallen off pace just a little bit more than what and yeah, that's why he's doing it right there. You saw him get that apron just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. Once you really hit it, you change the game on this. Also, hold on here. That is still wanting to be a little loud. I do not want to record this at the same time. Thank you. Asking me that though. That's 6. I'll actually give you guys a paint refresh. You didn't think to do that. Some guys might have a different paint scheme, so they're going to be white for maybe 30 seconds. When these paints all load in, trading paints, we get all of them. Newbiggin got past 70 tires. Might be finally showing for him currently. They're taking a little bit to do it, however. 83 is going to go to the bottom. Nolan will try to take that position. Nolan way out of the groove. Once you get up in that, you cannot get out of that groove here at Texas. If you get out of that groove, your vehicle gets tight immediately, and it just will start to plow and not want to turn one bit. That's one thing about these tracks that can kind of drive some people insane for sure. Tell you what, that 6, he does have a very good paint scheme. I will give him that. Very good looking paint scheme. Chrome. Just like, especially I like the color blue, so that's the reason. Well, I said it's the 93. Looks like he blew his corner right there. So Newbiggin. And last lap, he just ran almost an identical lap time to Gabriel. And Joseph might be in danger of getting past pretty soon with the way he's running. He's not running terrible, but his lap times are just a tad slower. They want Newbiggin is running behind him. He's kind of chipping off time here and there. Lap times here so y'all can see what they currently are running. 31:01, 31:18, 31:02. Pretty much low to mid 31s. Most of these guys are doing. Yes, I was right. The 510 is race control. I had a feeling that he was. For some reason, I just knew that he wasn't a driver. I don't know how I knew that, but I did. It looks like can't tell if he's getting loose. It looks like he's getting a little bit loose out there. It looks like Newbigin actually might have gotten in the wall. Saw his truck wiggle. Doesn't have any damage though, so if he did, it may have been just slight contact, if any that is. You guys are pretty much flat out through this part of the track. Oh, I didn't think about that. You actually go down on this. Forgot that was the opposite direction I was supposed to do. I went the wrong way. That was my fault. I cannot believe I did that, but I did it. Clinton not really making a lot of movement up front, and he's about 4/10 off the pace actually. Really what I think that is he's not having any drafting help at all. I mean, he's really got none behind him, but Newbigin is just kind of slowly chipping away at Flagger in front of him. It'll probably be a matter of 10 laps, I'd say, that he'll catch him. And they'll be entering their fuel window very shortly, and I think if I were these guys, I'd probably want to stay out as long as I can, knowing how the tire wear is at this track. It's very aggressive tire wear. See the 13 who got in the wall earlier. He's kind of running in the middle of no man's land right now. He's kind of got no choice but to ride around. He would love a caution to be able to fix his damage, but I just don't see that happening currently. These guys are going around here pretty clean. I will take this time for some commercials. We've got a caution during the middle of the commercials. Doug Newbigin has crashed. He's on the apron. Looks like he had some contact with the wall. I heard some tires screeching, and that has destroyed, looks like, the right side of his vehicle. And got a little bit of fender damage also. Yes, that is absolutely smashed in that truck. We'll see what happened here. Trying to get around to 93. 93 gets loose and then comes up into the 7. Netcoats sends a 7 into the wall. Back down the track. Oh, no, barely missed them. We'll see what that looked like from the 7 of Doug Newbigin's view. Saw a 93 bobble. That's what really kind of started all of this. Directly into the wall. That's going to be some hard damage for him. Now this could... that's what we're trying to fuel. This, I was going to say, this can maybe put you on your fuel window. It would have been close, but I don't think that they would have been able to make it. You maybe could have come down topped off. I just didn't see them being able to do it. So this is probably a good call from these guys to come down pit road. It's pretty much an obvious call to do that. It's pretty much the same order as they come out. We'll see if Gabriel Ellison is in the Discord, however, to make sure if I can get an interview with him.
Me.
Hey Gabriel, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you're sitting up front. How does your truck feel so far?
Yeah, pretty good. This is a nice little setup here. It's actually kind of loose. So you know, you expect this thing to plow out here, and it's not. It feels really good, and I've been enjoying it so far.
And that was just a wreck that happened behind you. But, you know, what do you think you have to do to take home the win here tonight? Because I know Texas is a track that it likes to chew up tires very, very fast, especially if you run it really hard. So what do you think you have to do with your driving style, or are you just pretty much going to drive how you normally drive here?
Same way I drove last time, kind of somewhere in the middle, trying to conserve tires, but want to protect this clean air, and just take her a little bit easy off the beginning.
Clean air, if you get in that dirty air, then that's when those things, they will get really tight and they will just want to plow. But I'll let you go. Look, it seems like you'll be going green, so good luck, man. Hopefully I will see you in victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Gabriel Ellison, the driver of the number 27 Roasted Gems coffee truck. A lot of guys in here sponsored by Roasted Gems coffee. That's where there's like, I think, 4 drivers in here that have that exact same sponsorship with them. It is absolutely insane how many people they sponsor. So I have a message from HS on. If you are new to Ghost Race Network, if you don't mind throwing a subscription in, that'll help us grow to 212. Really, all because of you all. I just talk to a microphone. Literally all I do. I just sit here and talk. Y'all seem to enjoy it somehow. Don't get annoyed by my voice. You don't know how you all do it. Thank you all for the growth that we've seen. That actually probably couldn't hurt to keep it at 20 right here. So let me change that to a 0. Put that back where it was earlier. Lap 28 of 80 for these guys. They will have probably one more pit stop at least. Now, you can extend your fuel running behind. I don't see it happening. It will be very, very, very close if you do. New big, he's gonna have to come back down pit road to fix. No, so he's gonna stay out on the track. Gonna have to hope for a quick caution, but that truck is absolutely destroyed pretty much from this point of view. He really got that right side of the wall well. 25 all the way up in that high line. That's James Nelson. You can do that for about a lap or two, and those tires are going to fall off a cliff. Literally fall off a cliff. The 8 of Zachary Hockenmeyer trying to go to the inside of the 6. Jeffrey Mathis looks like they made a little bit of contact there. Yes, they did. A little bit of bobble. And the 88 being so low on the track. Second time we've seen contact between 2 drivers. Just pretty much incidental at that point. See 6 get in, and they're really deep. Oh, I thought he was going to tag the 88 of Hockenmeyer. He really got in that corner deep, and I guarantee you he was all over his brakes. The 75 was actually decided to shove the 6, get him a little bit loose. Saw it rear end dance around just a little bit. These guys are really going at it back here. This is pretty much from 5th on back at this point. But the guy that caught a break with this was definitely the 13 of Jonathan Duncan. He got to fix pretty much as much damage as he could on the right side of his truck. Looks like it's pretty much, no, I said pretty much stock. He still got some damage that he probably could have fixed. Maybe just a little bit more optional left for him, but this is actually allowing the 40. Look at how far the 40 is ahead. He is 1.3 seconds ahead of that group behind him because these guys are racing side by side. He has the ability of cleaner air. It's not fully clean, but it's definitely a little bit better than where he was running. He was back there with these guys he'd probably be running as slow as them. It's just the side draft these guys are pulling on each other. It's just so hard. It's like Hockenmeyer. He actually lets the 6 by. Might decide it's not worth it right now. Just let him go. That isn't a bad option for him to do. I would not blame him for doing that. That's pretty loose there. Just running a line. This can help their fuel. I truly do expect at least one more pit stop. I don't see them not taking another pit stop before it ends. See, actually 27 is going to try to take the lead from the 70 here. 77 looks like he has a little bit of an advantage. At 70, he might try to side draft and pull him back to him. Looks like he will kind of somewhat attempt that. Won't really work to his advantage, however. But it doesn't hurt to try that, so can't blame him for trying that opportunity that he saw and took there. The 83 is going to also kind of pounce on it. He sees where that 70 is. He's running up a little bit higher than he should, so he knows that he's not going to be carrying as much speed, so he's going to try to capitalize on it. At 40, just kind of looking. He's like, oh, let's go at it. Don't mind me back here. Just saving tires and saving fuel at the exact same time while y'all are burning yours off. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just do that all you want, guys. Wait, did they actually? Oh no, they had a game. I forgot. It's like Newbig, and he has already jumped to the pits again. What happened here? Looks like he is. Yeah, he's probably calling this race a quit here. Just not what he wanted for his first race of the night. Of course, he's won so many times. I don't think it's truly going to hurt him at this point, to be honest with you. Especially with the way he's been running. He's been running very, very good. This whole battle is. So this 6 is having to fend off the horde behind him. 29-7, the 93. It's like the 31 of Matthew Ayla are all behind the 6. The 6 is like, oh my gosh, I have a hornet's nest behind me currently. Hockenmeyer actually has fallen off surprisingly a lot here. I didn't expect him to be falling off like that, but he has, and I truly didn't expect that at all. Oh, the 6 gets on the apron. In the wall he goes. Overcorrects. That is not going to bring out a caution. However, the 13 goes in the wall. We got guys on the wall everywhere. What just happened out of that one corner? What was that? What? Okay, I think the 6, if I had to guess, he probably, yep, there it is. Oh, did he hit the apron? He just got, no, oh, he's straddling the apron here. Gonna go from a rear chase because that was so confusing to me. I do think he hits the apron. Looks like it bottoms out there. See how it goes up the track, and then he kind of overcorrects. Let's see. This is a hard hit with the wall too. Right into it. Smacks both sides. Smacks the right side. Everybody's checking out behind him. Now what happened to the 13 of Jonathan Duncan here? Oh, he gets to the back of the 88, and he gets in the wall again, just on the brakes, and the truck won't turn. So all that damage that he just got fixed was pretty much for nothing, as that front end is absolutely destroyed. The 6 is in pit road getting his damage fixed, it seems. That is not what some drivers wanted to see for themselves, though. Looks like this race is going to be some people that we haven't really saw up front most of the time ever. Good for them. While these guys are finally calmed down, I'm going to take this time to roll those commercials that I was trying to get in earlier here. And we are back, pretty much a 2-car breakaway at this point. Stu Leslie stayed close enough to Gabriel Ellison to be able to get the draft. Gabriel's driving a pretty good race so far. They are a little bit past halfway currently in the race. Everybody else is somewhat spaced out. We do have this little group back here again. It's, sorry, I think that's what we're on. No. Joseph Plaggart, Matthew Ayla, and James Nelson kind of running in this little semi-group. We have had some drivers that seem to have kind of struggled this whole entire race. I'm not sure. This track is a little bit difficult to run, so I can see why that is happening for some of them. Clinton has kind of, this is a weird race for Clinton. He hasn't been up there. I don't know if he's just struggling at this track in general, but it seems like he is really. Oh, that is why right there. That is exactly why he is doing that. Okay, never mind. That's why he's running that pace. I see what you're doing, Clinton. Very smart man right now. He sees his opportunity. He's going to take it. I'm going to leave that up to you all to think what he's doing. Make you all guess. That is not something that he should be doing, but he's doing it right now. There's a very specific reason that he's doing it also. I'm not going to tell anybody, though. Yes, that is a mistake. My foot is so itchy. Good Lord. Bit better than my foot, apparently. While these guys are going around, we will go on board with 5 random drivers for 5 laps. Get this set up here. When the 27 gets back to the start-finish line, I'll just randomly choose somebody. My eyes closed pretty much. We'll start that now. Pit stops have started, though. I know that some drivers are currently down pit road. The 2 leaders did pit. Clinton Snead, he is continuing to stay out, though. 22 laps. Very curious. Now, his lap time's 31:89. He's run, looks like about a second off the pace of their people's best lap. Actually, close to 2 seconds off the pace. Actually, a little bit more than that. I do want to see if he's doing this, however. See if he does it going into the corner, because I'm very curious about that, for sure. He still is. I know exactly what he's doing there. Everybody else around him. All right, actually, sorry, that's actually false there. So we have guys that did come down pit road. These guys pitted. Stu looks like he has to get around the 93 there very quickly. He did lose a little bit of ground to Gabriel Ellison. Gabriel might have been a little more aggressive on pit road. Looks like he actually was. His whole time down pit lane was 42.72. Stu's was 43.15, and he was also slower in the pits, but he just actually ran his best lap of the race, 29.96. That's tied for the best lap overall with Joseph Flagger. Joseph just kind of sees guys. He's like, yeah, you all can do this. Might as well go ahead and do it. James Nelson, he's still down pit road. He's been in the pit box for 27 seconds, so maybe fixing some optional damage that he had could be the only reason that I think that he was in there for that long. Guys really shouldn't be sitting in their pit stall for an extended period of time. But stuff does happen. Can't be done about that. Real life news. Cole Custer was actually penalized, fined, and his crew chief was suspended indefinitely for what happened at the Charlotte Roval. If y'all don't know what happened at Charlotte Roval was Briscoe needed 2 points to advance into the next round, and no caution came out. What really NASCAR really looked at is the amount of positions that Custer lost in the amount of 2 laps, and then he pretty much kind of slowed down the field behind him and let Briscoe get the 2 positions that he needed. Ended up knocking Larson out of the chase, and that pretty much just ruined my reason to go to Martinsville. But they looked back at the audio, and the audio was very suspicious, saying if you have a flat tire, feel it out, which is just kind of weird that NASCAR thought it was and dropping that many positions. They knew something else was up. So he was fined, suspended indefinitely, and docked a lot of points. I'm not sure how. They were actually thinking about taking Chase Briscoe out of the chase because of that, but Larson shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. He's kind of struggling all season. And if he hadn't had that broken toe link, he was in there very comfortably, but of course that happened. Well, I love the next gens, but toe links are a pain. I love the break on them. Seems like nothing can be done about them. Gabriel Ellison looks like he will be catching Clinton Snead very, very fast. So Clinton's... Sorry, Gabriel is... Yeah, so I'm looking at their times here. For some reason, it's showing me that he was on the lead lap. So there's only 3 guys on the lead lap. They do not have to... Actually, no. Yeah, those guys don't have to come down pit road. Actually, looks like Clinton's going to be caught here pretty soon by Ellison. That was correct. Ellison was a lap down for some odd reason. I have no idea why I did, but my brain thought he was. Looks like he may be out of fuel the way he's running so low on the track, and I think he very well may be. That's a very hollow entry to the corner. It doesn't sound like he's running anymore. Oh, he is. We had some guy go off track there for just half a second, and came back on track. 14 laps to go. Ron Knoll, there's no way this man can make it on fuel. I think right now he's just banking on a caution, and that's really the only thing that's one thing I think that he's banking on, because he wants a caution to happen. If it were to go green, he would have gone. How many laps? He would have gone 50, no, not 50, 64 laps on the tank of fuel. I don't think that's possible, but riding the way he was, he could have been saving a little bit of fuel, and he has a gap. Like, if he does start to need to lay off, he can do that. He's got 21 seconds over them, so if he needs to start saving just a little bit, he can do that. Now, saving, just letting the run, he should have been doing it earlier if he did need to. I'm getting notifications on my phone. Will not quit. I mean, the way this is looking right now, if he's saved enough fuel, he's got a 20-second or 19-second gap over Ellison. It'll be close. I mean, it really will be close. Now, Ellison actually might have to deal with Stu in a minute because Stu is all over the bumper of him. Stu has not left that 27's rear end when he got there. I mean, he has literally been glued to that man. He does not care one bit. Which I don't blame him. I really do not blame him at all for... I mean, he's ran a very good race. You start to see guys getting lapped left and right because of what's happening with Brian Knoll. But looks like he eventually had to come down pit road. So this is going to be a battle between this 27 and the 83. This is going to get heated here. That 83, he's got to be careful. I don't know if you want to start running your fastest laps on these tires or not, but I don't know. What do you do if you're the... Oh, he got on the apron. That's going to actually cause him to bobble a little bit, go up the track just a tad. What do you do here? What do you do? Losing a little bit of time again. He needs to stay in the draft of the 27. I think the 27 realizes that he goes from top to bottom. Looks like the 83 may have lost the draft from him, though. I think he's getting on the edge of barely being in it. He does have it, though. Just as closer he gets, the stronger it'll be. Just don't know how this is going to play out for this guy. 27 looks like he's better in 1 and 2. The 83 is better in 3 and 4, though, but he is continuing to lose time. I think the 83's finally lost the draft that he had. Nothing can be done at that point. It's kind of a really hopeless feeling. You're like, you have to be kidding me when that happens. I think he's definitely trying. I mean, he is truly trying. He's just lost the draft too much to be able to really be able to do anything at this point. If he would have stayed in just a little bit more, he would have been fine, but he just lost barely too much of it to be able to really have a factor in it anymore. Continue to leave that right there. I think that's pretty good for the volume. 40's kind of middle of no man's land-ish. You see Clint Sneed. Sneed still has not pitted. If this man can make it on fuel, that will be absolutely amazing. And I think he's pretty much had it in his mind that he's going to be doing that the whole entire race, because he's been doing it for pretty much the whole entire race. Except that, yeah, that 83. I think he's lost his chance. He would need a caution to come out to be able to be caught up with the 27. Then everybody would come down pit road, possibly. I think that they would. I don't think anybody would stay out. That'd kind of be a death wish at that point. You stay out this late in the race, you're kind of like, this is not a good idea. Give it to Gabriel Ellison. He had to fight off that 83. That 83 was going to give him a run for his money. I think he just got a little bit too tight, and once it got tight, it just kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and there was nothing that he could really do once it got to a certain point. The white flag is in the air one more time around for Gabriel Ellison. One thing he doesn't need to do is trash his car. It's the only thing he doesn't need to do. Looks like Clint Snead is going to try to hold off the 93 there you see on the left side. I think Clint's probably like, I'm just going to go foot to the floor at this point. I want to get at least a 4th position. I know it will probably be close between those two. Coming into 3 out of 4, it will be Gabriel Ellison who will take home the win here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll go back to Clint Snead and Joseph Plager here. This is going to be a battle. Clinton's not going to be saving any fuel at this point. Now if he's going to try to get to his outside, he bobbles just a little bit, able to keep the power down. Most interesting race seems to be for 4th. And it will be Clint Snead who takes home 4th place, and 93 tries to cross him over. Doesn't work in time. Gabriel Ellison, he will be the race winner for race 1 tonight here in the Sim Racer Hub Challenge. Watch him do his burnout. Was a dominating win by Gabriel. Well, not really dominating. He had to work for it, but that was a good win by Gabriel Ellison. I'll pull up the finishing results here. We'll bring in the 3rd place driver and Doug Denice. All right, and the Discord here. Hey, Doug, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Oh, there we go.
There you are. And so you come home 3rd. How did the race go for you from the drop the green flag to the checkered, man?
Honestly, it was just run smoothly, try and save tires, and not spin out wrecking loose like I did like a third of the whole race.
Yeah, this track, once it gets slick for some drivers, it is ridiculously slick, and some people can handle it, some people can't. But you come home 3rd. That's definitely not a bad finish for you. How do you feel about your chance at Daytona, knowing that that's pretty much going to be anybody's race?
I'll just give it my all and see where I end up.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching this first stream here tonight?
Well, I do paint requests through my Facebook page called Denice Designs. Let's see. That's about it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good 3rd place finish. Hopefully, I see you in victory lane at Daytona, man.
Have a good night.
That was Doug Denice. The third place driver. We bring in the 2nd place driver and Stu Leslie. Hey, Stu, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, Bryce. How you doing?
Man, so you come home 2nd. You fell just a little bit short. But how did the race go for you from the drop the green flag to the checkered, man?
Yeah, I mean, better than I had initially expected, to be honest. At the beginning of the race, I felt pretty good about race pace going into it. And just with kind of how things shook up, I know Doug, he got in a little bit of an incident, it looked like there early on, and Mike did as well. So I knew that those were two of the guys that I would have to try and battle with if I wanted to have a shot here. And and then yeah, over the course of that first run, and into the second run after the caution, was just really happy with how the truck felt. And it kind of dropped off a little bit for me on the second half of the runs, but yeah, I mean, I was really happy with how I was feeling that final run there with Gabe. I wasn't really sure when he was going to try and pit. I wasn't sure if he was going to try and save enough fuel to make it to the end. I knew it was quite a long ways to make it. So as soon as I heard that he was going to be boxing, I just made the split second call to follow him in, and came out there with a little bit of traffic between us, but we were able to get around that pretty quick. Actually, one of them helped me. I think might have snagged the fastest lap, so nice little bonus point there. And then yeah, being able to close up on Gabe like that in the second run, and unfortunately, the second half of that stint just started to fall off a little bit and didn't quite have it like Gabe did. But overall, great race. I'm happy with second.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching this first stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'll just shout out Off in the S's. It's a podcast focusing on the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. If you're into IMSA, then go check those guys out.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck at Daytona.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was Stu Leslie. I tell you what, that man has a voice. If he was, that is a radio quality voice right there. That is absolutely amazing. I will give that to him. That is very good. It's just something you pick up when you're a broadcaster. But we will bring in the race winner and Gabriel Ellison. Hey, Gabriel, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you come home with the first win tonight. How did the truck feel the whole race for you?
Yeah, man, it felt awesome. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Texas. I think it's not, the best track in the world, but that setup there is something else. I mean, I wish the truck drove like that everywhere. It was nice and loose. The right rear was burning off a little bit more than the right front. I think that's how a stock car should drive. So, no complaints for me as far as how the truck went. Just kept it clean and everything worked out.
Yeah, man, just seems like you were pretty much the guy to beat. Stu was going to give you a run for your money, but it looks like once he got behind you, he just got incredibly tight, and he just couldn't turn anymore. But, how do you feel about your chances about Daytona, knowing that that's pretty much a toss-up track for anybody to win?
Oh yeah, huge shout to Stu. He ran a good race there. He had me worried when he kept chopping off tenths. So good effort by him. Good race. And as far as Daytona goes, as usual, it's got to be there at the end. So I do pretty good at these tracks, but at the same time, like you can only control so much. So you just got to do the best with what you can control, and then everything else, you just hope you get lucky.
All right, man. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yes, sir. As always, huge shout Roasted Gems Coffee, best coffee ever made. Use code Lucky Ducks for a discount. RS Button Boxes, Shady Design, Sim Racer Hub, and you all at the Ghost Racing Network.
All right, man. Good luck in the next race then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So that was Gabriel Ellison, the driver of the number 27. We'll go over the finishing order here. Gabriel Ellison first. You will snag the first one of the night. Stu Leslie second. Doug DeNice third. Clinton Sneed fourth. Joseph Plager fifth. Sixth. Brian Knoll seventh. Michael Groen Jr. eighth. Zachary Hockemeyer ninth. Matthew Ayla 10th. James Nelson 11th. Jonathan Duncan 12th. Jeffrey Mathis. Hope I'm not killing your name. 13th. Doug Newbigin didn't have the race that he wanted. Got in contact early. So that will be the drivers that ran here tonight, but they will be racing at Daytona in the next race. Hopefully I will see you all over there. You see the track has stopped rotating. That is because the session has ended. So you all are not seeing anything wrong with your stream at all. It's not like computer crashing. It's just the session has ended. But hopefully I will see you all in the next race.